This is Transformers Revenge of the Fallen Canon Bumblebee, part of the slew of Bumblebee figures that have been released for the Revenge of the Fallen toy line. I apologize for these. I've ripped off two of the gun swords from two other Bumblebee molds, and I put it on him because this is the only way I know how to make this guy look good. I had a lot of high hopes for this figure, but he just frustrated the hell out of me. So offhand, I will say this: if you have enough budget for a Bumblebee that's really good, go for the Human Alliance Bumblebee. If the HA Bumblebee is a bit too much for your budget for a Bumblebee for this year's toy line, I suggest you go with this guy, the Preview Bumblebee. Let me just put him there. That guy. This guy, although he's technically a repaint with a new hand and a new head, is, I think, will frustrate you less than this guy. And he'll look cooler with a gun than with shoulder donuts. Yeah, donuts. I guess Hasbro didn't know what they actually had with this figure. A lot of the pictures have shown this guy as a very nice looking figure, and let me just get rid of these guns so we're focusing on the figure. And I guess in the final production, some top ranking Hasbro guy decided to cut corners on this and just cut the budget, and the Gatling guns have been shrunk to half, less than half. They're now donuts. They used to be like long, huge barrel Gatling guns, and I guess it's a clearance issue that they're worried about, or I mean, they could have easily fixed that with movable sliding joints right there. I mean, they could have done a lot more, or maybe reduced the circumference but extended the back. I mean, a lot more could have been done. The arms, again, they're great. They're movie accurate, but the lack of articulation really makes this guy look funny. I mean, they could have added another joint right here. They're going to change the arm anyway. Why not just add another joint to just swivel it so that, you know, he doesn't just go like this. Give me the money. Give me the money. I mean, he looks funny. His palms are always going to be facing upward when you bend his shoulders. Like, give me Hulk angry. I mean, I'm glad they fixed the shoulder pads. I mean, it doesn't pop up anymore. It's now a permanent fixture, but they could have done so much more with this. Yeah, only the thumb moves. So, okay, ball jointed shoulders. They go sort of upward and down because of the transformation. They swivel here. That's great, but they never swivel in the wrist. So it kind of sucks. They bend at the elbow. From the waist down, it's the same as the movie one Bumblebee. Ball jointed hips, bends at the knee, and then the feet move because of automorph. I wish they could have put another joint here, but I guess to save on money, they just kept the old mode. The waist articulation is gone. The ball joint right here is gone because of the new transformation. Let me look at another positive here. The back roof of the car folds up nicely. It crumples accordion style like on his back very well. So I guess that's a plus. The new head mold is still there. I guess that's great. And you get a full front grille and headlights on his chest, which I think is a lot better than the... I mean, it's not movie accurate, but for the toy, I think it's okay. But, you know, other than that, this figure, I think, it just places in third for the Bumblebee figures. The Human Alliance comes in first, second is the Preview, and you just get this guy on clearance. If you're not really keen on looking for a new 50% remolded Bumblebee with two hands, I mean, if you want Bumblebee to have two hands, then I suggest you pass him up. But if you want to find out for yourself, then fine, go get him. But don't get your hopes up for this figure. Okay. And that's about it. One last look at him in robot mode, and then we'll turn him into car mode. Now, transforming him is relatively simple. I was quite amazed at how simple this thing transformed, with one little bit of a hook, a hitch. The shoulder, the upper torso swivels up and down, and they latch here, which is another annoying bit. It just pops off easily. it doesn't stay on. There is a key to transforming it properly, and you'll have to do it, otherwise you'll end up ruining the toy. So transforming, make sure the cannons are down. That's one way of transforming him properly. And then lift him up, and this part of the hood is very key to transforming him. The only way you can transform the torso back up is if you lift it up. I mean, the instruction says to lift it up, but it doesn't exactly tell you how to lift it up and then close it back. So like in car mode, you're fiddling with it, and you feel it's going to crack open. And I think the way to do it is if you collapse the windshield by moving these two panels, the stomach parts down, collapse it, and then you can lift that part of the hood. Then you can transform him. Otherwise, you're gonna have a hard time. Same thing with transforming to to car mode. Just put it up, put it down, and down. That's one of the easiest ways to do it. Okay, the stomach panels, they cut open the license plate, which was on the original Bumblebee, and then they formed the seats, sort of, or the dashboard. And then, okay, you fold up the roof like so. These things automorph the same way as in the first movie Bumblebee. They're very loose, so you won't have a problem doing that. If you want to steal one of the guns, and you can still store it here from an old Bumblebee mode, you can, but I don't think it's necessary because he can't even hold the guns properly. They're just hanging on sheer friction. He can't hold the guns properly, so don't even bother with it. Okay, and then last bit, you fold up the arms. Okay, inward. Okay. 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 Oh. Okay. And then just close the doors. The doors tab in, just like the first Bumblebee. Oh, okay. Okay. There, and the gap is for the gun, as I said. It's still the same as the preview Bumblebee. It looks almost exactly the same with a higher scoop. I mean, there's a bump for this sort of pseudo scoop on the hood. With the exception of these two panels popping out and the lack of swiveling here, it's essentially the same as the preview Bumblebee. I apologize, I can't show it to you now because I don't have time to transform him, but the rims have been changed. If you're interested to know the difference, if you haven't seen my comparison with it with the old Bumblebee, this is the old Bumblebee, Stealth Bumblebee. I mean, it's essentially the same, it's just painted black, but the details are the same with the Camaro Bumblebee of the first movie. They've changed the front part, the grille and the lights, which is nice. It's more of an outline Chevrolet logo now, and the back still remains the same because they didn't really change much. But it's the front part that's really changed. Even the hood, I think, is better with the new Bumblebee mode. It's a lot higher than this one. So again, there he is, Transformers: Revenge of the Fallen Canon Bumblebee. Just my opinion on him. You can pass him up if you want. Not really a must-have. Don't go around town really hunting for this guy. And don't even pay more than regular price for him. I'm just glad I didn't pay too much for this guy. So there you have it. Revenge of the Fallen Canon Bumblebee. Thanks for watching.